My name is Stephen Grothy. The name of this lesson plan is Partner Reading for Week 6, and it's for 3rd grade class. I will now begin my lesson. Okay, class, today we are going to start something new called Partner Reading. Okay? We're going to do this for 3 or 4 weeks. I'm going to decide who the partners are. I'll pair you up, and you're going to keep the same partner for the whole 3 or 4 weeks, okay? Now, I'm going to call one of you a mover and one of you a stayer, okay? When it's time to do our reading, I'll announce that it's time for the movers to go, and the mover will get up and go over silently and sit down next to his partner. Now, the stayer is going to be our first reader. Okay? He is going to read an entire paragraph, and his job is to read accurately, quickly, and with expression. Now, his partner is going to be a coach. What the coach does is he's going to follow along, listen for mistakes, help with any hard words, and he's going to give him feedback on his reading. Okay? Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to hand you out these books. It's called Marine Mammals. And we're going to do a little practice, okay? So, let me hand you all these books. Okay? Pass them out. I want everyone to have a book. Okay? Now, when we read, we make mistakes. We all make mistakes, and it's okay to make mistakes. You want to correct those mistakes, though. You don't want to just keep going because you'll miss something in your reading. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read from Marine Mammals. Okay? Now, one of the first mistakes is saying the wrong word. So you listen to me as I read, and we'll go from there, okay? Marine mammals, such as whales, live in the ocean. Okay. Did I make a mistake on a word? Okay. What word was that? It was ocean. I said ocean, and it should have been ocean. Correct? Okay. So, what you're going to do, if you're the coach and the reader makes a mistake, you're going to say, stop. That word is ocean. You'll correct the mistake, and you'll say, please read the sentence again. And if he gets it correct, then he continues reading, okay? Do we have any questions so far? None? Okay, that's good. Now, let's practice a little bit, okay? I'm going to be the reader, and you're all going to be the coaches, okay? Now listen and follow along as I read the next sentence. Unlike fish, marine animals cannot breathe underwater. Now, did I say a wrong word there? Okay, what was the word that I said wrong? Right, I said animals, and it's mammals. Very good. Good job. So, what are you going to say to me? Yep, you're going to point out that it's mammals, and you're going to have me reread the sentence. Great job. Okay. Now, a second mistake that happens quite often, and it happens to me too. We get stuck on words that we might not know or that we have problems with, okay? I want you to listen as I read another sentence. Okay? Now, they regularly need to resurface to get air. Okay. Did I get stuck on a word? Right, that word was resurface. I corrected it, but it took me longer than 4 seconds. Okay. When the reader is reading, if he uses the wrong word and doesn't correct himself within 4 seconds, or he gets stuck on a word and doesn't get it corrected within 4 seconds, then that's when the coach jumps in and says, oh, stop. The word is resurface. Say the word, and the reader will say resurface. And the coach will say, okay, let's read that sentence again. And the reader will reread it. Okay? Now let's do a little practice again. I'm going to be the reader. You're going to be the coach. Okay. Let's see. Whenever the blue whale has the impulse to talk to other whales, it sends out a noise that travels through the ocean. Okay. Did I get stuck on a word? Yes. What was that word? Uninterrupted. Very good. Good job. Okay. So what are you going to tell me? Right. You're going to tell me the word, have me repeat it, and have me reread the sentence again. So you would say the word is uninterrupted, and I would say uninterrupted. And then I would go back and reread the sentence. Whenever the blue whale has the impulse to talk to other whales, it sends out a noise that travels uninterrupted through the ocean. Now, we're going to go to another thing that happens sometimes. We skip a word. Okay? If we skip a word, it can make all the difference in what the sentence is trying to tell us. Okay? So, watch me as I read again. Okay? The blue whale requires an unusual amount of each day. Did I skip a word there? Yes, I did. What was the word? Food. You see how skipping that word, the sentence didn't make any sense, did it? The blue whale requires an unusual amount of what each day? I skipped the word. So the coach is going to correct the reader and say, you skipped a word. Go back and reread that sentence. And the reader will go back and he'll read it again. The blue whale requires an unusual amount of food each day. Now, another problem that happens sometimes is we add words where they aren't in the story. Okay? So I want you to listen to me. Okay? I'm going to read again. Blue whales may be mighty, ugly giants, but they are endangered. Was that right? Did I add a word? What word did I put in there? Ugly, right. See, and that kind of changes the meaning of the sentence, doesn't it? Because not everyone thinks a blue whale is ugly. You know, a lot of people think they're very beautiful creatures. So if you're the coach, you're going to say, stop. You read that wrong. Please reread the sentence. Okay? And me being the reader, I will go ahead and I will go. Blue whales may be mighty giants, but they are endangered. So I will read it correctly. Now see, coaches, whenever you're the coach, don't forget to give some positive feedback. Everyone likes to hear when they do good. So if I'm doing good through this, tell me, you're doing great, you're doing a good job. Don't just point out mistakes, but always remember to pat someone on the back too. Encouragement, you like to be encouraged. You like it when your friend says, hey, that was a great pitch out there yesterday in the game. You like it when I tell you, hey, you did a good job on that paper. Everyone likes to be encouraged. So don't just point out mistakes. Give some encouragement too. Okay? Just don't interrupt them. Wait until they come to a stop and then give them some encouragement. Okay? Now, what we're going to do is I am going to call out the names. And everyone is going to pair up. And I will say if you're a mover or a stayer, okay? Excuse me one second, kids. Mr. Brophy's room. Okay. It was just the office. They just wanted to remind me that we're having an early out today, okay? Now, let's get back to the pairings. I've got everyone all paired up. Okay. I want Brian and Opie to pair up. Brian will be the stayer, and Opie will be the mover. Then we have Jason, who is the stayer, and Dennis, who is the mover. Then we have Amy, who's going to be our stayer, and Joanne, our mover. Joe, stayer, Nasa, mover. Adam, stayer, Jennifer, mover. Eric, stayer. Jamie, mover. Chris, stayer. Melissa, mover. Brad, stayer. Tammy, mover. Tracy, stayer. Beth, mover. Chuck, you're going to be a stayer. And Gail will be your partner, and she will be the mover. Okay? Now, remember, when we do this partner reading, the stayer will read first, read one paragraph, while his partner is the coach. When the first paragraph is done, you switch roles, and then the other person is the reader, and the other person is the coach. Okay? Now, when I say begin, I want the movers to come up and get the text for their pairs, okay? And then they go sit by their partner, and we will start, okay? Does anyone have any questions now? None? Okay, good. Okay, begin. Okay, here's your text. Here's yours for you and your partner and yours. Okay? Okay. Everyone go sit by their partner. Okay? You ready to start? Okay, stairs, you start reading first. Go ahead and start.